Hey guys! I just wanted to do my reaction review to The Flash season four, episode 14, subject 9, who is a reference to the ninth bus meta who affected by Barry coming out of the Speed Force, and who is the next target of DeVoe and Barry and company, who just got out of jail and has just been acquitted, thanks to Ralph disguising him, posing as DeVoe, and saying that. But the other thing is that that's all but that's not before DeVoe attacked Iron Heights, and it was and the other bus metas were killed when he absorbed their powers. It was confirmed in the behind the scenes, one of the head writers, that DeVoe did use his share to transfer his consciousness into Becky Sharp, Hazard, one of the bus meta from episode 3, and absorb the powers of Kilgore, Dwarf Star, and who's the other one? And Black Bison. They're all dead, along with Wolf, and Becky is now DeVoe's new host, and he basically used the Weepers. Tears acts like a love drug to basically just, whenever Marlies was questioning his motives and his actions, he used the love drug to basically just basically like a date rape drug. What happened to Weeper, I don't know if he's still a prisoner or if he's still dead, and he just kind of harvest the rest of the tears from him, or keeping him alive somewhere. But Barry is pretty shook from the whole experience, and now he's now that he's out and realizes that DeVoe is specifically targeting and trying to kill and absorb the powers for whatever plan his enlightenment is supposed to be. It makes the team more determined than ever to stop him.
Addie said you wanted to see me. Yeah, shut the door.
I promise you, we will root out all corruption at all levels
and
restore your faith in public service.
Not firing. But I have been asked to request that you take a leave of absence. By whom?
For lamps and a kitchen sink for a shower. Ralph, I love you, but you sleep on a futon.
Futon's not that bad.
It is when it's damp.
Why is it damp?
I sweat a lot when I sleep.
You're nasty.
Oh, hey, my retainer. Been looking for this.
Clifford.
For this body, it's deteriorating rapidly.
The additional dark matter in your system from each of your new powers is wearing down your host. It's draining too much of this body's new energy.
Then I must move into the next one.
I think you should reconsider that.
I don't give a damn what you think.
Oh! So Black Canary without the screaming.
What? What? Yeah.
Check your math, vibe. It's 3 against 6. Though I doubt I'll need to use all of my powers against you.
Oh!
You stay away from me!
Nice!
Good men, and I have put up with more crap than you could imagine so that one day I would get my dream. And now you're telling me that some pint-sized lunatic is just gonna take it all away?
Which is exactly why we want you to stay here at Star Labs.
Why? This is all too much. I don't even know who you people are.
We don't have time for this.
Flash.
Why does he even bother with the mask anymore?
You're that guy from before.
Or ever?
Barry,
And so are.
Into that hallway and just gave her one of those, hey, look, inspirational talks. I could probably get her to stay.
Then what are you still doing here?
Sorry, I don't know if you like drew straws for this stuff or something.
No, go!
Hey,
Stupid joke. Stupid joke. Stupid joke.
kind of like yours.
Yeah, but aren't you afraid of losing it all?
Yeah, I am. Which is why I'm a part of this team. You said that your family bailed on you, so I can understand why you wouldn't trust someone to look out for you. But Izzy, I can tell you firsthand that these amazing weirdos, they won't bail.
Is it possible that the repeated transference has affected your cognitive functioning?
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with my mind.
Spoken like a true, insane supervillain.
I can't sleep like this. Harry, does this look comfortable to you?
I guess I was pulling state-of-the-art technology out of my ass to help you with your problem. I forgot to make things comfortable for you. Are you kidding me with comfortable? You know what else I forgot? I guess I also forgot while I was coming up with generational breakthroughs in vibrational brainwave theory that I was working for the Princess and the Pea.
Stop it. Stop. Put it down. Harry, put it down. Oh, okay. Just get...
Okay.
You ready? Nice. Take it up a few notches.
Barry.
So he didn't learn anything from being obsessed with stopping Savitar, and he's back to being kind of a jerk.
We're at Iron Heights. I saw up close what DeVoe did to Becky, to all of them. And I couldn't do anything except just stand and watch it happen. DeVoe's ruthless. He's not gonna stop until he's taken her powers and her life. He's not gonna go easy on her, so neither can I.
Here. That's the
Mental activity dampener. Sorry, version 2.0.
just adhere to your supraorbital ridge. You block west out. Look, I'm sorry about. I just recently can't seem to stop DeVoe. Can't stop my daughter Jessie from hating me. Can't seem to stop blowing it when I'm trying to befriend someone who's my own age.
Did you just say befriend? That's what you've been trying to do? You've been trying to befriend me?
Well, yes, through transitive property. I respect West. West respects you, so
Harry, that was borderline sweet.
thank you.
Any dampener?
Ramon, the name's no good, which is why, drum roll, please, I've decided to rename this the Cerebral Inhibitor.
This is where we came up with the cerebral inhibitor to use against DeVoe.
A modicum of bad luck at a time like this. How unfortunate. You're quite...
Fucking do psionic attacks.
Flash!
People keep complaining that it's like only speedster
Poor
villains can hold his own
Dominic.
against.
He didn't know he could affect minds as well as read them. Now I've taught you what a brain aneurysm feels like.
That'll teach you to mess with a country girl.
Kilgore.
Did she hack the inhibitor?
Hit me. want me to be your partner? Oh, hey, come on. This Turner don't need no hooch, but I do know what it's like to get fired from CCPD when you didn't even really break the law.
You absolutely broke the law.
And I remember after I lost my job, felt like I lost a piece of my identity. And now you won't have to deal with that problem.
Okay, so there was like just stuff about this episode that didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, the fact that it's like they had to go through a whole like not like a training montage, but like training scenes with Izzy, and it's like I was telling her, oh, use your violin, it will help you. Use a violin, will help you focus your powers. When it's like she had full control, she had pretty much full control and focus over her powers. So it's like, and it seems like she actually had less control over her powers with the violin, except for that one time she hit Ralph during the training session. So what was the point of that? And I wasn't really crazy on the idea of how much I guess it's like how much like Barry was kind of like going back to old habits. Is like, he was kind of like traumatized by how much he saw about all the people he failed to save from DeVoe's attack on Iron Heights, but it's the other thing. It just feels like he's become. It's almost like in this episode, if it wasn't for Iris trying to get him to like calm down, at least at this point, he's become like self-aware. But at least, the difference is between this and like how he was in season 3, where it feels like it became an obsession to, and I mean, understandably so, to stop Iris from being killed by Savitar. It was almost the point where it's like his fear kind of like brought out the worst in him, was like bringing out the worst in him, and he had like Barry as kind of being this like drill instructor who was like trying to push Izzy too hard, and but I like, we didn't have to spend a lot of time with her, but I like how she was kind of a feisty character, and the back and forth she had with Ralph. And I mean, the thing I was worried about is that the episode and these episode synopses that keep getting released for these shows seem to have more and more erroneous information. So I feel like you have to take them with a grain of salt. It said specifically how much that basically Ralph would be like, oh, he'd be afraid of being a hero, and he wouldn't want to be a hero anymore because of fear for his life from DeVoe, and have to get like another pep talk from the team to be a hero again. And like, even though I'm not like, even like people who are like fans of Ralph from the beginning or like found this repetitive or getting tired of it. That being said, it did it did kind of pull out the rug from under me in a sense, and when it turns out that we didn't have a repeat of that arc at all. It was just Ralph giving Izzy like a morality boost and say how much they can trust Team Flash, and how much he's going out of his way to protect her and actually kind of be more of a hero, and in a way having to cope with having to not being able to save her, going through what Barry goes through when he's like, in spite of his abilities, not being able to save everybody. So it was nice to have that like parallel toward the end with Barry and Ralph. Is like now they have this kind of then they feel like it kind of connects those two characters now, and how and Barry was able to actually empathize with Ralph, and having somebody die right in front of them, and it's not just from like watching the bus medics die. We also realized he had experienced the same thing when, he thought Iris was killed by Savitar, it was HR, and then, with Eddie, Ronnie, his own dad, like his mom, when he went back to the past and almost prevented her murder at the end of season. Well, no, he didn't watch that, but yeah, like most of the people he's cared about has died in front of him, so it's not they had that connection. But it was just like, it's like I don't get like this is why I even before Andrew Kreisberg's like sexual misconduct came to light, I still felt like he was a self-righteous hacker, which is was got like a fish because there was an article in which, and I guess I'll provide the links down below, in which he said that he hired new writer. He hired a bunch of new writers for the Flash season 1 to go for a more lighthearted tone, and he need to make a conscious effort, a conscious choice to make it even more lighthearted than season 1 even was. Like he wanted to make it the most lighthearted season yet, and so it's like he brought in like a bunch of like sitcom writers. Are basically like I can tell he brought in sitcom writers. I didn't realize they wrote for like kids sitcoms from like Nickelodeon and and Disney XD, and it just feels like it was kind of like a really stupid choice. And now it's like the humor. Now I can understand why people are complaining about this season and saying it's almost too goofy, with the stuff with Ralph having to, going through his like bus depot, like lost and found, like finding a retainer and sweating on his futon, and to the or like even stuff about the tantrum that Harry was having in was having in his lab with Cecile. Like usually, I don't know, when Tom Cameron, I know he as Harry, he'd have like he just throw stuff when he's frustrated, but now it just felt like he was just like almost doing like throwing the tantrum like on cue, like it felt very scripted, or felt more scripted than previous times he's done that. And it's like I felt like it's such a stupid decision, and it's like why would you even and the jokes are like kind of funny, but also borderline cringe comedy, and it's like why would you do that? But at the same, it's like it's had more misses than hits. But then at the same time, I realized that with some of the even, I think like even I think the last episode of True Colors, like there were sitcom writers that actually wrote that episode, and that was one of the better episodes. So I don't know what to make of it, but I was afraid of that basically the Olympic hiatus would actually affect the momentum of the show. But I figured like this episode kind of affected the momentum of the show, or at least this season. I'm kind of hoping next week, the next 2 episodes will be better. Next week is supposed to be the reappearance of Jesse Quick and what they hinted at, as well as Jay Garrick helping Flash stop a nuclear bomb from going off. And then the week after that is supposed to be Iris West getting Barry's powers for an episode, and we'll see how that plays out. And apparently I know it's been needlessly controversial just because everybody's ready to jump down Iris's throat ever since she became like team, leader of Team Flash. But, I'm going with an open mind with those episodes and see how they played out. But I don't know, I would say like not quite as good as True Colors because I didn't spend that much time with Izzy. I guess you weren't expecting to. At least we're getting an explanation for why DeVoe keeps body hopping. Like he still has the ALS from the dark matter produced ALS from his body, like taking all the energy from his nervous system to power his brain, his superhuman intellect, and like, or at least suggested, it's actually getting compounded with every meta he body hops to, and from every power he absorbs, he's a little bit more dark matter, and so it's just making it worse. So he's just trying to like prevent the inevitable. So, which makes you wonder if he's really going to target Ralph eventually, since with his elastic abilities that he would be able to fight off the effects of the ALS somehow. But it's like you can tell. I mean, it's kind of obvious that he's like. I mean, they're not showing it, but it's like it can. It is kind of obvious. DeVoe's probably still using the Weaver's Tears to keep Marliese in line, but they're not gonna like show him like drugging her like every single time just to keep her obedient, just because it'll just be unsettling to watch, even for a show that's trying to show like The Flash was trying to keep it family friendly. But anyway, guys, what do you think of the episode? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.